Hi everyone. Okay, so this is question 2 of the revision questions that we had given you. We have 11 questions in total of that set, and this is the second question. We've done this one in class as well, right? On that Friday where we were doing chi-squared. So this is a chi-squared test for independence. Okay. So let's have a look at the question. So it starts with chi-squared up here. So here it's just simple probability questions. No chi-squareds involved yet. Okay, so what's the question? A group of 1,280 students were asked which electronic device they preferred. The results per age group are given in the following table. Okay, so what do we see? We have the rows are the preferred. Let me just use a color here. Maybe this one. The rows, oh, that's a nice one. The rows are the preferred devices, and the columns are the age ranges. So basically, we're looking at students. How many? 1,280. So we have the total up here, you see. And we've got a few options. So the students can either prefer laptops, tablets, mobile phones. And the ages are 11 to 13, 14 to 16, 17 to 18. So this is a contingency table. So contingency table, you've got two variables. So this is the first variable, that's the preferred device. And the second variable is the age range. And so we've got a total row up here and a total column up here. Okay? So, and then they give a certain number per preferred device and age range. Okay, so a student from the group is chosen at random. Calculate the probability that the student prefers a tablet. So, how are we going to do that? Well, we want the probability of preferring a tablet. So, we're just going to have a look at how many kids we have that prefer a tablet. And we divide that by the total number of kids, right? So in total, we've got tablet. We've got 205 in age 11 to 13, 224, 14 to 16, and 131. So in total, we've got 560 kids that prefer tablets. And how many do we have in total? We've got 1,280. So this is the probability of preferring a tablet, okay? So that should be your first answer. Then, second, what is the probability that the student is 11 or to 13 years old and prefers a mobile phone? So we're gonna write that down. That means 11 to 13 and mobile. So we're gonna have a look. We actually need to be 11 to 13. So we are in this row, right? We are between 11 and 13. Sorry, so let me just delete this. We are up here, sorry for that, 11 to 13. So we've got 420 kids that are between 11 and 13, and you prefer mobile phones. So out of those 420, we've got only 72. You see, so only 72 kids are between 11 and 13 and prefer mobile phone. So that probability is 72 divided by the big number, 1,280. You see? So this is the probability of being 11 to 13 and preferring a mobile phone. Okay, and then the third one is prefers a laptop given that they are 17 to 18. So what does that given mean? I'm going to write it down up here. Given. So given is that they are 17 to 18. So basically, we are looking at this set. We know that the kid is between 17 and 18. Okay? So, and then given that they are between 17 and 18, they should prefer a laptop. So basically, we have 153 kids, but we don't divide by 1280, no, we don't do that because now it's given that they are between 17 and 18. So we divide by this one, 348, you see? So we divide now by 348. So this is the probability of preferring a laptop given that they are between 17 and 18. Okay, and then the fourth one, prefers a tablet or is 14 to 16 years old. Yes, so what we do here is we take the probability of preferring a tablet or 14 to 16. So what we do up here, this is actually, suppose we say A is preferring a tablet, prefers tablet, and B is to be between 14 and 16, then we're looking for the probability of A or B, right? Because or is this, remember? This would be and, remember? So we've seen that the probability of A or B is actually the probability of A plus the probability of B negative the intersection A and B. So what it basically means, if you have a Venn diagram and you've got A and B, if we want the probability of A or B, so that is actually this, let me take another color, maybe this one. If we want A or B, that is everything in A or in B. So what we do, we take the whole probability of A, and then again we take the whole probability of B, but you see that now we have added this intersection thing twice. So that's why we have to subtract it here. You see? So basically what we do, we have to look at the probability of preferring a tablet, and then that is 560 out of 1280, and then we add the probability of being between 14 and 16, that is 512 out of 1280, and then we have to subtract the intersection. So basically this will be, so what is the probability of A preferring a tablet? That is this one. So let's write that down. 560 out of 1280. This is the probability of preferring a tablet. And we add the probability of being between 14 and 16. What's that probability? Let's have a look. Between 14 and 16 is 512 kids out of 1280. So we're gonna add that one, 1280. And we have to subtract the intersection. So to preferring a tablet and being between 14 and 18. So what is that? That is being between 14 and 18 and preferring a tablet. So that is this one, isn't it? That's 224 kids out of 1280. So that is 224 out of 1280. This is the probability of A and B. Right, so we're gonna subtract that in between thing because we've added A and B, but now we have done this twice. We have added this thingy twice, this intersection. So that's why we have to subtract once for it. Let me get it away. Okay, so this is actually 1280, 560, plus 512 negative 224, and that is equal to 848 divided by 1280. This should be your last answer, guys. This is the answer to prefers a tablet or is 14 to 16 years old. Okay, so what did we do? Or is like this, right? Yeah, let me get another color. Or like this. Or A or B is like A or B. So we're gonna take A and we're gonna take B, but then we have added twice the intersection. So that's why we have to subtract that one. That's crucial here. Okay, I'm gonna stop the video here and then I'm gonna continue with the second part. That's this part. Okay? See ya.